And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
One of the things I like to tell would-be publishers is to stop publishing chess variants. Stop it! Stop it! Okay, because there's a million of them out there. And 95% of them are garbage. Well, here we have another one called King's Ransom. This is chess with cards, which has also been done. All right, and this one has a restricted grid, some random drawing, a rule book that's too big to fit in with the cards. You got to keep it separate, kind of a pain in the neck. Let's take a look, and we'll be back. Each player places their king like this, and so you're basically forming here a 3x6 grid, an 18 grid. That is your board. You also place 4 cards randomly from your deck face down, although you can look at them. Ooh, that's a knight. Okay, now, I'm going to assume if you're watching this that you know how chess pieces work, because that will greatly accelerate how to do this. Now, on your turn, the first thing you must do is you must turn over one of your cards. Then you move one of your pieces. So maybe I move my bishop here like this. It has to be a face-up piece. I could also have moved my king like a king moves. Again, you have to stay in this grid. Then after that, you're going to have a handful of 3 cards, and you're going to take one of those cards, and you're going to place it anywhere on your side of the board, and any of your 6 spots. So let's say I put this here. Then my opponent will do the same thing. He'll turn over one of his cards. There's a rook, so he moves it and captures this card here and announces check. He captured a pawn, haha. My king then kills him, and then he looks at this piece, it's a knight. So he moves that piece here, captures my knight, etc. And you were adding more pieces. I'm not doing that part of the game. So you reveal one each turn, so you're going to eventually have most of your pieces revealed. And then you will move one of your revealed pieces, then you will place a card down on the board, and then it's the other person's turn. Now, all the pieces from the original game are here, although there are multiples of different pieces that you may not expect to see in a regular game. There's also a prince piece. A prince piece is the exact same as a king. He can move one space in any direction. The difference being if you capture the prince, you have not lost the game. Now, if you put the king in check, just like regular chess, you must announce checkmate, although it's possible to kill the king in one move if you have a card that's face down and has the opportunity to do that. So if I had a knight here, for example, I could just capture the king and that would end the game. The game continues to one king is captured, and at that point, the game is over. Now I'm betting that you are expecting a negative review from me here, and you will be disappointed because I actually like this game. Now, there are negative things to be sure. 1, it is chess variant, yay. 2, it's packaged very weirdly. I don't like having a sleeve around a deck of cards. That means I have to rubber band them or find another package for them, pain in the neck. And the card quality is okay. So those are the negatives. The positives, very fun game. Having the pieces in a restricted board makes a very different game than chess. It's this back and forth. There's other games that have done this maneuverable board, like Odin's Ravens and things like that. Not Odin's Ravens, Hera and Zeus have done this thing. But I really like this. In this game, knights are as powerful as queens. The knights maneuver in this really closed board really powerfully. Queens are powerful, but the prince is almost as powerful as they are. Rooks and bishops are okay, but they're constricted. Pawns are there, be a pain in the neck. It has some pretty cool things. And the thing I like is that games are 15, 20 minutes. Very quick games, this kind of slashing back and forth. Sometimes there's a bit of a bluffing as you have that card coming down, and is that card going to capture the king? Should they go out of the way to kill that one, or should they kill the piece that is more of a threat that they can see? So some interesting things. Now, this isn't a long game. It's not a game I think that I would put a lot of thought into. Like when I play chess, I'm sitting there very thoughtfully thinking, what am I going to do next? That's not going to happen here, but I think that this has a very high enjoyable factor for it. So while I tell people to stop making chess variants, and perhaps you should package them better, but at least this one, I thought brought something new to the table and offers a quick, lighthearted, almost filler game. I don't think diehard chess players would be very liking of it, but I did.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
Do.